What's going on, guys? This is Simeon R. Brown of SimeonRBrown.com. And look, it's levels to this. This is our Thursday night show. Every Thursday, we bring you tons of value, tons of information, just everything you need to know about online marketing and just how to market your business on the internet in general. So before I get started, I want to go ahead and play the motivational introduction video that we always do. Hopefully this works with. Yeah. I don't know if you guys could see that. Maybe not, because it's still got some glitches going on. But I mean, either way, if you tune in every Thursday, like you should be, to its levels to this, then you're definitely going to see the video. And also, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Simeon R. Brown. Check me out on YouTube. And, also check out my blog, SimeonRBrown.com. Get a ton of information, just a ton of value on all things online marketing and social media. Because here's the thing. And this is something that I talk about, I mention a lot. It doesn't matter what kind of business you're in. Please understand me. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It really doesn't matter. You're going to have to learn how to become good at marketing, or pay somebody to do marketing for you, or learn and prepare to fail gracefully. And here's the thing. A lot of you guys know that, I'm in network marketing, been in it for a few years. And before network marketing, before I got started with that, I've always been an entrepreneur, but I was in the real estate. I did real estate for a little while, and real estate was good. I remember being so excited, just to take my real estate tests, have my business cards printed up, just doing all this stuff because it was my first business, my first time being an entrepreneur. And if you guys, some of you guys can feel me and relate. If you go from being an employee for your whole life, you're working the jobs you hate, you're doing something that you don't like, and you make the next step into being an entrepreneur, it's a totally different ballgame. So I was extremely excited for me to, leave being a security guard to go into real estate. So I studied hard body. I read the big real estate book about maybe 3 times. I studied the little pamphlets we got at the real estate school. And I did everything, possible. I said, I'm going to learn everything about real estate. I'm going to learn every facet. I stayed up nights watching videos on YouTube about real estate, about showing the houses. I watched a bunch of HGTV, which is the real estate channel. But here's the thing. When I got, after I passed the real estate test, I got my little nice pocket-sized real estate card saying that I'm an official real estate salesperson. Once I got past all that stuff, I quickly realized what kind of business that I'm actually in. So here's the thing. So I'm sitting at my desk, at the time I'm working for Century 21 in Manhattan, Midtown Manhattan. And I realized, my first couple of days there, all the stuff that I learned in terms of real estate law and, just the stuff that was in the book, it meant nothing because I didn't know how to market. When they sat me down at my desk, and I realized that I had to have people come into the office so I can show them apartments to make commission, I'm like, well, I read the real estate book 3 times. I damn near memorized it, but I didn't have the know-how to know how to market my business correctly. Marketing wasn't in the book at all. The whole real estate test, there wasn't one question on marketing. So I spent all this time learning this stuff, learning the laws, learning real estate in detail, but I didn't know how to market. So I'm like, man, I quickly understood that it's more to this than just what it seems. It's marketing. In order for me to be good at real estate, make money, be successful, I had to learn how to market. And that's the whole thing, guys. So luckily for you guys, I'm going to be giving you some great tips on how to market effectively. And tonight we're talking about elite marketing strategies, and this. Right now, pretty much by myself. You might be wondering, where's Nick at? Where's the other team members at? Well, unfortunately, last week we did a show on the Illuminati, exposing the Illuminati secrets of online marketing. And I don't know, for some reason they're not here. So is it a coincidence? Did they get abducted by the Illuminati elite? Are they Illuminati members themselves? Are we ever going to hear from them again? I don't know. But what I do know is that no matter what business you're in, no matter what you're doing, you got to learn how to market your business. So that's what we're going to get into. And tonight, our topic is elite marketing strategies. Because there's things, again, that certain people know, that's in marketing, that's in business. Certain people know these things, and the people on the bottom don't know. So we're kind of, this is kind of part 2 of last week's, exposing the Illuminati secrets of online marketing. But, I'm calling this one elite marketing strategies. So one of the first things you got to know, again, just to piggyback with what I mentioned earlier, you are a marketer. So before I go any further, I need that to sink into your head. I need you guys to understand, no matter what you're doing, you're marketing. There's a marketing aspect of your business that you got to learn, you got to understand, or honestly, you won't be successful. So that's the first thing. Know that you're a marketer. And when you know that you're a marketer, you have to know, and again, I mentioned this on previous shows, your first step. Now, for you guys that pay attention, that watch the show on a weekly basis, you know what I'm about to say. The first step after you understand that you're a marketer is to understand, who are you marketing to? Who is your target market? The product or service that you have, whatever it is that you're offering people, that you're trying to get money for, that you're selling, who is it that will buy it? Who will make a good candidate for what it is that you're selling? Once you can identify that person, that group of people, that target market, that's one of the first things. So that's not even one of the tips. I just wanted to make that clear. I just wanted to clarify that, because you are marketers and you have to know and identify your target market. So once you got that out the way, what kind of value, and that's the first tip, give value. What kind of value are you bringing your target market? On last week's show, I mentioned blogging as a main tool to get the word out there, to get your message out there to your following. But what are you saying on your blogs? You can't just be so quick to, take, meaning, buy my product, buy my service, buy this from me. You have to give. That's a universal law. For you guys that know me, I'm into law of attraction and things like that. So, to be successful, it goes both ways. You have to give. You have to be a good giver to receive. So the first thing that you want to give is valuable content. Now, that valuable content is going to be based on again, who your target market is. Now, if you're into, let's say, for instance, you do hair, you have a beauty salon, or maybe a beauty supply store, and that's your business. You want to know how to get more leads, more people interested in your business. Well, your blog should reflect that. Maybe you want to give a blog, you want to do a blog about how women can stop getting split ends, or whatever women are worried about concerning their hair. I don't know. I have no idea. Or maybe you want to show women how to get that, 90s baby hair. Remember back in the 90s when girls used to slick down their baby hair and gel it and talk about, I got any in my family, this is baby hair? I don't know. I used to think that was crazy, but maybe you want to bring that back and you want to write a blog on how women can get that back. It doesn't matter. As long as you add value to your potential customers, which is your prospects, and you keep giving them value, guess what? They're going to begin to know, like, and trust you. I mean, that's just how it works. So, let's get into the next tip. And I got a bunch of tips too, guys. So, for you guys that are just watching this, I mean, you can watch it. It's going to be recorded. You can watch the playback. But what you really want to do is, whenever you're getting valuable information, you definitely want to write it down. Because as they say, the shortest pencil is longer than, the longest pen, the longest mind, something like that. But you know what I'm saying. Anyway, write it down. Your brain takes in information better if you write it down. So even if you kind of know, you kind of understand what I'm saying, write it down, look it over, and that way it will be deep implanted into your subconscious mind. All right. So again, offer value, add value, and value, like I said, it can be blogs. But a great way to add value to some of your customers, some of your prospects, is to give something free. Give something away free pertaining to your business that has value to your prospects. So again, if you're in, I don't know, like I said, beauty supply, or you do hair, maybe you want to give away hair products. Maybe you want to give away a sample of the hair products you use in your salon. Or if you're doing hair in your mom's basement, you can let them know what kind of bottle of Dax you use or whatever. I just said Dax. I remember my grandmother, she uses hair grease called Dax. It just smells like bacon. I hate the smell of it, but I don't know, that's random. Sometimes I'm random. But you want to give tips, give value, and give something free that they can use. And that's a part of your sales funnel, but I'm not going to go too deep in that. I'm just going to go and give you the next tip. This tip is very important because in marketing and business and network marketing, a lot of people tend to copy other people. And I believe that when you want to be successful, it's a great idea to model someone else that was successful before you. It makes perfect sense. I mean, why reinvent the wheel? There are people out there that did exactly what you want to do, and you can just follow their steps and do it, okay? So it's okay to model people, but if you copy somebody, I mean, so exact that they can't tell the difference between, you and the other person, that's not always good. So to make my point, you have to stand out. Be original. In other words, be you. As cliche and as corny as it sounds, you have to be you. Because here's the thing. Let's say you got somebody. Let's say you want to be me. I'm a pretty fly guy. I mean, I know how to do marketing. But the thing is, you can't copy how I am. You cannot be Simeon R. Brown. Because the thing is, you have to be who you are to attract the clients, the prospects that are more like you. Because in this world, we attract who we are. We attract people. People come into our lives that are just like us. And that's not just for business. That's in all facets of your life. If you're dating your boyfriend, your girlfriend, friends, everybody that comes into your life is a reflection of you. So when it comes to business, you have to let who you are, the person you truly are, you have to let it stand out. You have to make it visible, just so you can attract people, feel me, people that are like you. Because those are the people that, you feel most comfortable working with. For example, I like people that's like me. It makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, the friends that we pick are like us. We don't pick random friends. We hang out and we like people based on, they're somewhat similar to us. And it's the same thing in business. So be yourself. Be who you are. So stand out in your marketing. Stand out. Do something different. I mean, don't be offensive. Don't offend people, even though it can work. But I'm not saying to do it. But you have to stand out in business. It can't be the same thing. Like in network marketing, there's this term called R&D, which stands for rip off and duplicate, meaning copy the person above you or the person before you, do exactly what they do. But here's the thing: if that person is corny or that person has a bad vibe, doesn't resonate well, all the stuff that they did before you, you're copying it and you're attracting people with a bad vibe also. It doesn't make sense. So stand out. Be you. And hopefully you guys understand exactly what I'm talking about. Because you gotta be somewhat off the wall with your marketing. There's so many things that's been done. You have to stand out. And honestly, I think now I'm thinking about it, I think next week I'm gonna go more in detail on that particular point. Because you need to stand out. You need to separate yourself from the pack. And stop being so boring. Your marketing cannot be boring. It has to grab attention. For you guys that have a email autoresponder, or maybe a text autoresponder or something like that. And that's another thing too, guys, a sub tip. You definitely want to get some type of autoresponder just so you can follow up with all your prospects, all the people that's looking at your business, because you can't, if you got 100 people daily at your business, you can't contact all of them manually. I mean, it'll be a waste of time. Not a waste of time, but it wouldn't be the best use of your time. So it would be better to have an email autoresponder, text list that you could just send them information periodically. But here's the thing: when it comes to something like an email autoresponder, you have to make sure that first line and it grabs attention. And it's the same thing when I was in real estate. Because when I was in real estate, we used to market on Craigslist. And I think to this day, most realtors in New York, I'm talking about, when it comes to apartment rentals, most realtors, Craigslist is everything for realtors in New York. So we had to compete with all the other real estate companies and just even the realtors in New York general, because they're all using Craigslist. So we had to come up with some off-the-wall one-liners in terms of that first line when you click on it and you open up the page. So it had to be off the wall. We had, I mean, I'm not going to give you all my secrets now. I mean, you guys can contact me and I'll give you some tips. But that first line is everything. I mean, forget, the body is one thing. The body is where you convince them to get the appointment. But that first line was everything. It had to be something amazing for them to open it. So when you have your email autoresponder, it has to be the same thing. It has to be attention grabbing. And I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about. And what I want to do is I actually want to get into another video about marketing. Give me a second. Because again, guys, and I stress this out, it doesn't matter what business you're in. You got to learn marketing. You got to learn the psychology of marketing. It's a science. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this video up, if I can find it. Just so you guys can understand a little better how it works. Because when it comes to marketing, everything goes into it. I mean, the colors you use, the words you use. I mean, there's, when I was in real estate, again, there's words that you can use that will persuade people, in making their decision. So you need to learn things like this. You need to learn NLP. And the cool thing is, guys, I don't know where this video is, but the cool thing is, we teach that with the online tool that we use. And again, it's only $25 to get started with this online system that we're using. And it's not just the fact that you get a blog, a WordPress blog already set up for you. I mean, all the technical stuff is done out the way. So you get the WordPress blog, but not only that, you get a ton of training, a ton of valuable information, and you get a personal online coach assigned to you that's going to work with you and coach you. So it makes sense to join the team. So you think about that while I'm trying to find this video. Just give me a second. Okay, no video, or I can't find it at least. But what I'll do is I'll definitely share. I'll share the video in the Facebook group. And again, guys, if you guys are watching this on a playback, join our Facebook group. It's Levels to This, and make sure to share the content. Make sure you tell everybody about it'slevels2this.com, because I mean, every Thursday we're giving a ton of value, a ton of information, and this is what we do. And this is something I'm passionate about, so you can look forward to me, the rest of the team members, just continue to bring you valuable information on a weekly basis. Now, I'm going to get into another tip. And this is something, when it comes to marketing, that all you guys have heard before. I mean, you guys know it, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway and suggest that, you do it or look into it. Sex sells. It just sells. So don't be afraid of it. If you're a marketer, and I clearly, described how no matter what business you're in, no matter what you're doing, you're marketing some way, you have to understand that sex sells. So according to my research in marketing, having a picture on your website of a woman, of a female, increases conversions by 15%. 15% by having a picture of a woman. Now, I'm not talking about porn. I'm not talking about. I'm not saying putting some porn on your site. No. I'm just talking about having a picture of a fully dressed woman, a nice-looking woman. It can reflect your business, but just know that it's a good idea because it will help conversions by 15%. And when it comes to business, when it comes to marketing, every little bit helps. So don't sleep on that. Very important. So again, let me just run through and go over the tips I gave you. And again, you should be taking notes. You should be taking notes because this is gold. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that people, they start a business, they go out of business, and they don't know why. They say, I have bad luck. No, you have bad marketing. You got to learn how to market. I mean, this is something I'm so passionate about it because, like, I don't understand how people don't realize the reason you're not having success in your network marketing business, in your primary business, or whatever it is that you did in the past, is because you don't know how to market correctly. Or if you do, maybe you made some mistakes marketing. But marketing in business is everything. And let me give you guys some good examples of marketing. There's a jewelry company, De Beers, I don't know, whatever. But you guys know what company I'm talking about. And their slogan, they came up, I think, in 1999. It was "Diamonds are forever," I believe. Let me check my notes. Yeah, it is. A diamond is forever. They had the elegant English lady say it. Diamond is forever. And that was such a powerful campaign because it makes you think that you really can't have a good marriage, a real successful official marriage, without having that big rock, without having that diamond. That's what it's saying without saying it. It's saying a diamond is forever, and it shows a woman. You guys know the commercial. I'm gonna have to post it in the group if you guys don't remember. But I remember kind of show like a elegant lady, and she's receiving a nice diamond, and her husband is kneeling on one knee, and then a diamond is forever. That kind of marketing is genius. Genius. It goes straight to your subconscious mind, and it makes you think, you know what? This marriage won't be official unless I give her the rock. I mean, it was just a genius thing. That's the kind of marketing I look at, like, man, that's marketing porn for me, to be honest with you. So that was just so powerful. A diamond is forever, because most marriages don't last. I mean, I think in America, 60% of marriages end up in divorce. So marriage is definitely not forever, but the diamond is. So listen, it was just great marketing all around. And I tip my hat to the Bears. Let me give them I gave him a hand clap, and let me give him also a, yeah, real talk. So that's deep. You got to have the kind of marketing, the kind of slogan, the kind of posture in your business where it's like, you know what, if you don't have the product or service that I'm offering, life is incomplete. I mean, you can't just come out and say it like that. That's what marketing is kind of a smooth, suave way to say just that. But it's like, you know what, your life won't be complete unless you got what I have to offer. And that's what De Beers, that's what they say with their diamonds forever. So that's just, that's the kind of stuff I love. And to give you another example, Mac. I am a Mac. And, I'm using a Mac computer right now. I'm a big advocate of, having a Mac over a PC. Actually, I hate PC. I don't hate anything. But I extremely dislike working on a personal computer. I mean, whenever, like, if I can't get access to my Mac, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm at a friend's house or I'm away at a cousin's house or something, and, I got to use their computer, their PC, it feels like I did something wrong. Like, it's like, I'm just so with using Macs. And a great commercial I like, the I Am a Mac campaign, where they had, one guy in like an old stuffy suit, a little bit out of shape, overweight, which is all on purpose. Everything, just know everything in advertising and marketing is completely done on purpose. So they they got the guy kind of overweight. His suit is kind of ugly, outdated. Looks like a cornball. Then they got the young, slim dude. Looks kind of, he got a demeanor which is kind of cool, nonchalant, and one is the Mac and one is the PC, and it was just perfect. See, it's that simple kind of marketing, that real simple subconscious kind of marketing that makes you say, you know what, a MacBook is way cooler than a PC. It just has a vibe about it. Whenever I go, I know a lot of people that's successful, a lot of people that's millionaires, and when I hang out with these people, they all have Macs. And I mean, of course, a Mac is a good computer, but Macs and the whole Apple brand, it just has a coolness about it. It's cool. And it's not cool by accident. I mean, it's a machine, it's wires and stuff, but it's the marketing behind it. That's why we see things as an iPad is better than any other Android tablet. I'm sure there's probably an Android tablet right now that's killing the iPad, but an iPad, it just seems so elite compared to everything else. That's because, they're just so good at making Mac and Apple seem like the cool brand. The up-to-date, if you're not part of this cool society of people that use Macs, you're kind of outdated. And it is just so perfect how they get that message across to their customers. And if this makes sense to you, I mean, I want you guys to definitely go to the Facebook group. Let me know your thoughts, because I mean, this right here, this is real deal stuff. Some of you guys might not understand what I'm saying. This might be above you guys' head, but that's why it's recorded. When you're ready for it, you come back for it. So, next thing. Hold on real quick. Let me just do something right quick. Okay, cool. Let me get into. I just want to get into another good example of marketing. Another great example of marketing is the cigarette company Marlboro. Now, the company Marlboro, they've been around, I think, for maybe like 100 years or something. They've been around for, forever. But here's the thing: they were a cigarette company targeted to women. They were, completely towards women. Women were their target market. That's who bought all their cigarettes. The name was still Marlboro cigarettes. But here's the thing: after a while, women smoking cigarettes, it wasn't sexy after a while. And again, just like I mentioned earlier, sex sells. So what's up, Nick? Let me make my point. We're gonna talk to you in a minute. But here's the thing.
You can hear me?
Sex sells. So they realized, the Marlboro company, they realized that having a target market towards women, it wasn't the best thing. So what they did, they flipped the whole thing. Mind you, they keep the cigarettes the same, but they repackaged how they were going to sell the cigarettes. So what they did, they created this idea of the Marlboro man, this alpha male, this cowboy, this guy on the long range, like the Lone Ranger kind, this guy, alpha male guy, who is free, on his horse, chilling, smoking a cigarette, and it just spoke to so many males at that time. I think it was like around World War II, and it just spoke to all the men, like, yeah, I want to be like this guy. I want to be on the long range with my horse tied up, smoking a cigarette with the cowboy hat tilted. It was just such a great way to market a cigarette company that was dying and almost dead. So marketing is everything. But with that said, Nick, what's up, man?
I'm good. How's everybody?
Man, listen, we're here. We just talking about marketing.
Okay.
And I was mentioning to the guys earlier, because of the last show that we did, we figured that Illuminati got you guys.
Oh, nah, not even. Not even. Well, I should say not yet. Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, well.
Not yet.
It might be.
Yes. Yeah, man. But I'm here, though. Yeah, so I take it that you told everyone, as far as from the last show, the success that we've had.
Yes, definitely. I didn't really get too in deep.
Okay.
Straight for the tips. You know me, I just
absolutely
rambled the information, gave the guys and the girls out there, some golden nuggets, some tips that hopefully they got value from. But let me just go back right quick. Yeah, so some things I wanna get your opinion on now that you're here.
Mm-hmm.
And like I was saying earlier, one of the best things to do when you're marketing is to stand out. Because here's the thing: no matter how you are, no matter what kind of person you are, there's people that's gonna resonate with who you are. There's people out there that's gonna see you and be like, you know what, I like this guy Nick. I can vibe with him. I feel his story. I'm gonna work with this guy. Now, how you feel about standing out? Because I mean, so many marketers copy one another, and talk about R&D, rip off and duplicate, which is good, but you got to stand out somewhat. So, what's your thoughts on that?
I feel like standing out if you're talking about branding yourself and you being the main focus. When you're really talking about a company, I think rip off and duplicate, that's really the ideal model. They're like, well, if this upline is making $10,000 a month, follow him or follow her. But if you're an actual brand, if you see that you want to get from under the shadows of just being known for a company, and you want people to know, like for you, SimeonRBrown.com, it's best that you are original. I was having a conversation with a friend of mine just like yesterday, I think. She had called me, and she's in school for cosmetology. And I was saying to her, your Facebook should reflect that. You should be exposing people to the growth, to what you're learning, and people are going to grow with you. People are going to get inspired by you. They might not necessarily get into cosmetology, but the fact that you're bold enough to put your personal life out on Facebook, you know, aside from just the cliche Facebook statuses or the funny YouTube videos, people actually seeing a part of your story. People fall in love with you. People, you know, find you a bit more appealing, a bit more interesting, whether you're falling flat on your face while you're aiming for success or you're having straight success all the time. People are in love with the human story. So I definitely agree that just standing out, being original. I think we covered this in like one of our first two shows.
Yeah.
We were talking about, you know, people copycatting each other and just being a carbon copy off of the next man or next woman. And you really can't be identified as a leader that way. You know, you can say that you're a leader, but people don't really see who you are as an individual. I know for me, whenever I see other leaders, other entrepreneurs, and I look on their presence online, but I don't see, I don't necessarily see their creativity. I don't see their original thought, their perspective on something. I really can't trust if this person is a true leader or not. Anyone can quote famous sayings from Barack or Malcolm or Martin, but what have you gotten from all that you've read, all that you've experienced, and how can you formulate your own thoughts, ideas? And that's really where the magic takes place, because when people are able to see your thoughts, your perspective, you may say it in you may be able to word it in such a way that it brings clarity where Martin, Barack, or Malcolm never brought to your life. So the beauty in being your own individual and branding yourself from that perspective, there's so much to gain, and there's so much that other people can gain from it. So just fail forward, guys, honestly. Everyone loves the human story. If you think about any successful athlete that you know, you've watched their career excel, they've had their ups and downs in their career, but you rocked with them. You know, people have been rocking with the Knicks for such a long time. I remember season after season, the Knicks were just stinking up the place when Isaiah Thomas was there. You know, I think that Isaiah may have been for the Illuminati, for real, because when he came, like, they just clearly weren't doing anything at all, and people were still rocking with him. And now that, you know, their starting six seems to be very hopeful, people are putting on the jerseys a lot more. I think they said when Melo came over to the New York Knicks that he had the #1 jersey, you know, that was selling, because people still have that belief that, you know what, even though these guys may not be the best, we're going to still rock with them. People love that, and that's one thing as a leader that I'm learning. People, it's not that they're proud of your mistakes or your failures, but they see the human.
Exactly.
Right. They can relate, because in their own closets, behind closed doors, they're making these same blunders. And now they're like, wow, every week you're being consistent and you're still, you know, falling on your face, or you look like an ass sometimes, but you're still going. And that says a lot for the human spirit, you know, and that's what people are looking for. You know, so definitely, if you find yourself discouraged, if you find yourself feeling as though, man, I'm not getting the results, people aren't taking my brand, my business seriously, continue to push at it. You know, don't just throw it away. Maybe sometime you need to put it to the side and probably, you know, do something more with your life. I was actually listening to this training today, and David Sharp, he was talking about him and David Wood. These are network marketing giants. If anyone who's watching don't know these names, giants. You know, cool, badass white dudes. You know, very down to earth. And he was saying that he was by David Wood's house, and he thought that being there in this guru's presence, it would have been work, computer, phone call, phone conference. He said there was literally 2 hours, I think, he spent, did a couple of work, put out some information over the internet. Afterwards, he said, let's go do something real fun today. And that was it. And that's really where a lot of your inspiration comes from. because now when you're in this good frame of mind, you know, you start to release these endorphins, and now your creativity starts to really gel, you know, with things that are already inside of you. You see, ladies and gentlemen, all of the greatness that you're going to accomplish in life is already here. Our duty is to unlock it, you know. So don't feel as though you need to go and seek out, you know, this mystical, magical secret. It's already here. You know, the greatest level of potential or success that you're going to attain is already here, you know, and it's really a matter of unlocking it. How you unlock it? Enjoy life, embrace opportunities, embrace people. You know, these things are going to slowly, you know, bring you to different places in your life where things are going to be revealed to you. I know for me, that's how it's working. You know, I go through my ups and downs, and I'm just learning to embrace it, not to be angry or frustrated or drink my problems away or smoke them away, you know, or go make it rain for somebody and make them rich. You know what I'm saying? I'm like really just pushing forward with my problems. You know, I'm still trusting in the Most High, keep that, you know, foremost. And I keep myself around strong, powerful individuals who are leaders, you know, like Simeon. Him and I, we talk on a regular basis. So he encourages me and he gives me light, you know, when I find myself in darkness. And some of y'all just need that. And this is why we here every Thursday. You know, like I told you before, I'm just a gatekeeper, but I'm telling you what I have to offer, what we have to offer here. This is what you need, you know, because it's a community of individuals that's going to be able to help you as far as growing your brand, your business, and just your mental development. That's important, because even if you take away the business aspect of things, just having that mental development is essential. I'm gonna shut up in a second, Simeon, but I just had to tell everyone I was, you know, I was going out to this event. I had promised a friend of mine I was going to come and show her some love. She does spoken word, and I was in a taxi rushing there. And the taxi cab driver, him and I were talking. He said he used to own a store. He had a lot of employees, but he had to shut it down because people were stealing. And long story short, he wasn't happy. Now he drives taxi. He told me he was at the dispatch from 7 this morning, and he made his first $30 at 3 in the afternoon. But the man says he's happy. Most people be like, yeah. Most people, you know, will just say, what? $30 for so long? Listen, friends, your happiness, like I said, unlocking the secrets in your mind. Because maybe, you know, even though he's making that $30 now, the happiness is going to unlock something in his mind one day where he'll have that big idea that can bring about, you know, the money. You know, for some of you, it may not necessarily be about the money, it's your happiness. Some of you are stuck in jobs, you're stuck with companies, you're stuck in relationships. There's no happiness there. You know, and listen, if you have to break a heart, if you have to go without a paycheck, you know, you have to do what's going to bring you that happiness. And just in our short conversation, you know, he really reaffirmed that for me, that it's all about your happiness. Because with that happiness, you're going to continue to have the energy to keep being passionate, keep moving forward, and eventually the secrets that's in your mind will be revealed and unlocked to you. So I definitely hope that that worked. You know, that's my little bit of Illuminati ninjutsu marketing. You know what I'm saying? So
definitely,
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Listen, I'm gonna try to play this video. To play the video earlier. It was kind of, you know, bugging. Technical difficulties. You know, sponsored by the Illuminati.
Okay.
So
I can't hear you. I don't know if I went out or you went out, but I can't hear you. All right, I think I hear you now.
Can you see the video?
Nah, bro. You got a screen share.
Screen share. All right, make sure I turn off this porno real quick.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you said porno? I thought you said pointer. Oh my goodness.
I like midgets. I like midgets.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. I can see it now.
All right, cool. So let me know you can hear it, and we want to start.
You're gonna have to click off the mic again.
Component of advertising. Advertising's main functions are to inform, persuade, and influence. Today, we'll be focusing on persuasion. One of the most widely accepted models of persuasion that is often associated with advertising is the elaboration likelihood model. The elaboration likelihood model, otherwise known as the ELM, is a theory identifying two ways a communication can be persuasive: the central route or peripheral route. The route which is taken is dependent upon the abilities of processing and the motivation of the receiver. That's you, Timmy. Let's spell it out for you, Timmy. Here is the central route. This is a direct route of persuasion that appeals to logic and involves a great deal of thought. The central route is associated with high involvement. Involvement is how much time, energy, and other resources you are willing to put into the process. How much attention do you want to put into it, Timmy? Let's say you really want a new car, and you see an advertisement for a car on TV. Because you really want a car, you are highly involved. Now you are more likely to listen to that commercial. Because a car is an expensive investment, it has high perceived risk, which is defined as potential for loss in the pursuit of a desired outcome. By way of the central route, you will look at the facts and use logic to make your decision. It is more effective when the facts and arguments are more believable, and then you will buy that car, Timmy. This route often leads to more permanent attitude change. Remember, Timmy, this is a dual process model. Dual means two, Timmy. Let's look at the alternative, the peripheral route. In this route, the receiver, that's still you, Timmy, does not think carefully about a communication and is influenced instead by superficial cues. Examples of these cues or gimmicks include an emotional story, bright colors, savvy music, or an attractive speaker. Low involvement is associated with the peripheral route because the message content becomes relatively unimportant and ignored. The results of the peripheral route are more temporary and subject to change, as these cues play to the senses, emotions, and feelings. Yes, that's right, Timmy. Feelings. And now a word from our sponsors. Today's program is brought to you by Colors. Colors, colors, colors. The most important and effective aspect of advertising. Psychologists report that color impression can account for 60 to 70% of consumer reaction. Let's meet the colors. First up is red. Red increases blood pressure, heart rate, appetite, grabs attention, and stimulates quick decision making. Meet pink. Pink is associated with sweetness and is often used in the sales of candy and pastries. And then there's orange. Orange causes people to feel energetic and is often found in fast food restaurants. Prolonged exposure to orange can make one become very aggressive. Up next is yellow. Yellow is the first color processed by the human eye, so it is often used to draw attention. Say hi to green. Green is a relaxing color often found in hospitals. In the current trend to go green, it often represents things which are environmentally friendly and natural. Let's welcome blue. Blue is the most popular and favorite color among adults. It is often used to sell jewelry and is the color of loyalty. Blue can also add a nauseating effect to food. Purple, come on down. Purple is one of the most difficult colors to produce. It is often associated with the royal, rich, and luxurious. And next we have brown. Brown is favored by men over women and often used to represent that which is natural and of the earth. Brown represents solidity and strength. And here comes black. Black represents power, sophistication, and formality. It's used to make other colors pop and a preferred color for type for increased readability. And finally, there's white. White represents cleanliness and purity to many people. White can also imply simplicity, newness, and high technology. And next time you need to advertise, remember what colors can do for you. And now back to Timmy and his feelings. You see, Timmy, your feelings have a huge impact on how you're persuaded and how you spend your money. The ultimate goal of advertising. Feelings can also be referred to as affect. Affect occurs rapidly and involuntarily in response to a stimulus, like advertising. There is positive affect, such as joy, hope, or pleasure, and negative affect, like anger, fear, and shame. These strongly shape your behavior and risk perception, Timmy. And did you know advertisers often rely on the affect heuristic to predict how you might respond to an advertisement, as well as your corresponding behavior? Well, Timmy, I sense your confusion. Let me define that for you. The affect heuristic refers to decisions that are determined by affective considerations, such as our feelings of like and dislike, or good and bad. It basically works like this, Timmy. If a stimulus arouses a negative effect, the receiver, haha, yes, Timmy, that's still you, will perceive the risks as higher and the benefits potentially lower. Conversely, if the stimulus yields a positive effect in the receiver, Timmy here will judge the related risks as low and the benefits higher, and increase the chances you will buy the product. This is why advertisements often contain positive, charged emotional images and slogans, as well as the basic factual information. The amalgamation of these elements work through the central and peripheral roots. Do you see that, Timmy? How I brought that back around? And that is how psychology in advertising works. Since we've come full circle, it seems it's time to say goodbye for today. Say goodbye, Timmy, and join us next time to find out what else Timmy can learn.
Oops, what do I do?
I felt like I was in the Jetsons for a minute, man. Where did you get that from?
Yeah, I see he's having fun with those bipolar faces.
Yeah, definitely. All that music just had me just switching my moods.
Word. But yeah, guys, I just want you to understand how deep this marketing thing really is. I mean, it really is a science to marketing. It's not just, ads and words and slogans. It's a science. And guess what? Me, Nick, and the rest of the team members, we have this science. I mean, we have it down pat. And the great thing is you can join with us, get coached and get mentored, by us for only $25 to get started. So, I mean, guys, you really can't lose. We got an online system that can teach you all the stuff that we mentioned today and really break it down to you in detail. Because, again, you either have to learn how to market, pay somebody to market, or be prepared to fail gracefully. What's your thoughts, Nick?
I totally agree. Just this week, I was thinking about some friends of mine who I know, on the social media front, and some of them are trainers. Some of them, they are into fashion, but I don't see them having an actual presence. I would see them posting things, or they would put up videos. But my thing is, how would that generate into actual sales, where you're not having to chase people, but people can just find you, and people who are ready to make a decision get started with you. And that's the value of actually having a system that you don't have to create. You see, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, the internet is here for us with tools, and you can find all this stuff yourself, but it's going to take you a long time. You probably may get burned in the process. People may try to sell you products or things that you don't need, and it's just going to waste a lot of time. And you and I both know you're working a job, probably 2 jobs, you're probably going to school, but in the back of your mind, you want to be about that life, meaning that you want to have freedom, you want to have your finances in order. You may not want to be a multimillionaire, but you just want that freedom. And that freedom happens when you have a system set in place. You see, systems are designed for success. Any institution that's out there, there's a system set in place. You may not see it because you're just being marketed to. And that marketing is so strong that all you can see is buy, buy, buy. But there's a system that's set in place that if it were removed, the whole infrastructure would collapse. And this is the purpose of us being here talking about a system that can be able to bring in people, the right people, to support and to be able to gain value from what you offer. So like I said, you may be into health and fitness, you may be into fashion, you may be a baker. Without a system, you're really doing your dreams and your pursuit of happiness a big injustice. The spoken word event I just left from, the person who closed it off, he spoke on dreams. And he was saying that some people are living a miserable life because, maybe their dreams are just too small, or maybe the dreams are so big and they don't know how to really go about, really attacking it, that they find themselves just feeling very indifferent, feeling stuck. Are you stuck? Because if you're stuck and you're watching us week after week and we're sending a lifesaver out, and really for, $25, listen, you really can't afford to just sit on the fence anymore. If you're stuck, it's time that you do something. I know when I feel stuck, I know I have to get up, I have to do something, because that feeling stuck, feeling in quicksand, feeling as though things aren't happening is a bad feeling. It leads to depression, and it throws your game off, and then it throws off your self-esteem and then your confidence, and then you start to bring doubt into your life, and it's just a nasty cycle, So if you're feeling stuck, you know how to get with us. My link is right there. SimeonRBrown.com. You know where we are. We've been here faithfully, consistently, week after week, and it's about that time that you invest into yourself. I went shopping this week, and I was in Macy's. I went to go buy this pair of jeans, Simeon, and they had some sale going on. I got this $200 blazer for $10.
Nice.
It was the best deal. I saved the receipt. I was just so excited. And what came to my mind is that, listen, instead of trying to, follow what we see in the media and blow money fast, how about we spend money wisely and invest wisely?
I might gotta tweet that.
Yeah, man, listen, man, do what you gotta do, but we have to learn how to invest our money wisely. And when you really start to invest your money wisely, if you have the ups and downs within your business, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt your pockets financially when the investment is as affordable as we're presenting it. $25 just to get started. And while you're getting started, we're here just giving you a learning curve. We're here showing you, what has been working for us. And because we're already on this side of the money, we now can show you what other leaders are doing that are positioning themselves. So it's coming upon that 10 o'clock hour. I know I've only been here like 20, 30 minutes with you guys, but I'm sure you've gotten more than enough value for the night. And if you're smart and if you're tuning in, you should be here with your pen and pad. So I definitely hope that your next move is your best move. I'm Nick Fisher from MoneyTeamAcademy.com. You know that. And that's my bro, Simeon R. Brown.
Sir.
.com.
Don't forget
for real. For real. That's his name, SimeonRBrown.com. He meets girls on the street and he says .com, baby.
.com. They got to put the whole thing in their phone, or like you already know.
For real, man. So ladies and gentlemen, we definitely want to thank you for rocking out with us, and take some action. Honestly, take some action.
Definitely. All right, guys. SimeonRBrown.com once again. The bro Nick Fisher, and it's levels to this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next Thursday, same place, same time. Peace.
That's right.